You will not believe what just happened in Parliament. Kemi Badenoch just tore Keir Starmer to pieces on live TV, and the chamber literally exploded. No mercy, no filter. She stood up at Prime Minister's questions and absolutely shredded him, calling out his flip-flopping, his cowardice, and even his silence during grooming gang prosecutions. Starmer tried to laugh it off, but you could see it in his eyes. He was rattled. The room went wild, cheering, shouting. It was a takedown so brutal it left the Labour benches speechless, and let's be honest, someone needed to say it. If you missed this moment, rewind and watch it right now, because this was political history in the making, and Kemi Badenoch just proved she's not here to play. Just moments ago, the House of Commons was on fire. Metaphorically, of course, because Kemi Badenoch just delivered one of the most devastating verbal takedowns of Keir Starmer we've ever seen at Prime Minister's questions. The entire chamber erupted when Badenoch stood up and, with surgical precision, dismantled Labour's so-called leader in front of a stunned audience. It wasn't just slapped out, it was a shredding, a demolition of Starmer's credibility, his record, and his complete inability to take a clear stand on anything. From the very first sentence you could tell she meant business. Collected, but absolutely lethal. She went straight for the jugular. She called out Starmer's flip-flopping on everything from Brexit to gender ideology, his failure to offer a single meaningful policy, and his obsession with pandering to Twitter mobs instead of speaking for the people of Britain. The Labour benches sat frozen. Even Starmer's usual smug grin vanished. Badenoch wasn't playing games. This was pure political fire. And then she dropped the bombshell, exposing how Starmer had repeatedly dodged questions on grooming gang prosecutions. Even when he was Director of Public Prosecutions, she pulled no punches, asking the real question on everyone's mind. If Keir Starmer wouldn't stand up for victims, then why should anyone trust him to lead now? You could hear the gasps across the chamber. It was one of those rare moments. Truth cuts through the noise. Starmer tried to interrupt. He fumbled for a response, but Badenoch kept going, delivering facts like uppercut. She pointed out his embarrassing silence on immigration, his failure to support small businesses, and his total lack of backbone when it comes to standing up to the hard-left factions within his own party. She even reminded the chamber that spent more time trying to appease the BBC and activist groups than protecting women's rights or defending national values. It was clinical, brutal, and, let's be honest, long overdue. The Speaker struggled to keep order as MPs on both sides reacted, some cheering, others shouting, but all eyes were on Starmer, who sat there exposed, clearly rattled, and suddenly very small. Badenoch finished with a scorcher, saying that the British people don't want a man who tries to be everything to everyone. They want someone who can take a stand, face facts, and lead with conviction. She said what millions of voters have been thinking for years. Keir Starmer is all performance, no principles. And coming from someone like Badenoch, known for her fearless straight-talking, the impact was massive. Social media is already exploding. Clips of her speech are being shared everywhere. People are calling it the moment Labour finally got a taste of its own medicine. And honestly, they're not wrong. Because, for too long, Labour's gotten away with vague promises, identity politics, and a leader who changes his stance with the wind. But not today. Today they got wrecked, and it was glorious to watch. If you missed it, go back and watch the replay. This wasn't just another exchange at PMQs. This was a political earthquake, and it came from one of the sharpest, boldest voices in Parliament today. Kemi Badenoch didn't just win themament, she may have reshaped the narrative entirely. And as for Starmer, he'll be feeling that sting for a long, long time.